All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome back for another deep dive. If you're here, you're probably thinking about those New Year's resolutions,
Oh, yeah.
especially, the ones about weight loss. Am I right?
It's that time of year.
It is. Everyone wants to kind of like hit the reset button and, get healthy.
Totally.
So that's what we're talking about today.
Yeah.
We are going deep on common weight loss mistakes.
Love it.
And we're using this super popular blog post from Healthy Temple called Top 10 Weight Loss Mistakes to Avoid.
Yeah, it's a good one. I think this will really resonate with our listeners.
For sure, especially those, learner types
Right.
who want to just cut to the chase and like get to those aha moments.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll uncover like why skipping breakfast can actually backfire
Oh, yeah.
and why that healthy smoothie
hmm
might be sabotaging your goal.
Oh, this is going to be good.
It is. Okay, so the first mistake on Healthy Temple's list is setting unrealistic goals.
Ah, yes.
Guilty as charged. We've all been there. Like, who hasn't dreamed of dropping, like, I don't know, 10 pounds in a week?
Oh, yeah. Like, it's going to happen overnight.
Right.
But the thing is, rapid weight loss,
Right.
it's usually not sustainable.
Hmm.
And it can actually backfire.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It's like, imagine you're trying to, like, build a house, right?
Okay.
But the foundation's all wobbly.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not going to end well.
It's gonna crumble.
Exactly.
Okay.
So what's like a better way to do it?
Well, the CDC, they recommend aiming for about 1-2 pounds of weight loss per week.
Okay.
That's gradual, right?
Mm.
It might not sound as exciting, I know.
Well, yeah, we want those quick results.
I know we do. But slow and steady, right? It's more sustainable in the long run. And it helps you avoid that dreaded starvation mode.
Ooh, starvation mode.
Hmm.
Tell me more. What is that?
Okay, so think of it as your body's like survival mode kicking in.
Okay.
When you suddenly cut way back on your calories, your metabolism kind of freaks out. It
Mm.
slows down to try to, conserve energy. Oh, that makes sense.
So you actually burn fewer calories.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, not good. And then it becomes way harder to actually lose the weight.
Oh, wow.
And then when you start eating normally again,
Yeah.
you gain it all back. And it also messes with your hormones.
Really?
Yeah, you get more cravings, making it even tougher to stick to your goals.
Oh, so it's not just about willpower then?
No. It's about, like, working with your body.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Right. So a better approach is to set small, achievable goals. Like, let's say losing 5% of your body weight over a few months.
Okay, so like baby steps, basically.
Exactly.
Small steps, big results.
I love it.
I do too.
Hmm.
All right, so speaking of small steps, what about skipping meals? Like to cut calories.
The
I've
whole-
definitely been there, especially in the mornings when I'm running late.
I get it. It seems logical, right?
Yeah.
But skipping meals, especially breakfast, is another mistake. It could actually hurt your weight loss efforts.
Really? Why
Oh.
is that?
So a study from 2024 in Nutrition Journal found that people who skip breakfast, they're actually 45% more likely to binge eat later in the day.
Wow, I never would have guessed that. I always thought skipping breakfast was a good way to lose weight faster.
I know, but it's not just about being extra hungry. Skipping breakfast triggers these hormonal changes.
Okay, explain that to me.
Okay, so when you skip breakfast, your blood sugar drops,
Right.
and that triggers a surge in this hormone called ghrelin.
Ghrelin.
Yeah, it's the one that makes you feel hungry.
Okay.
At the same time, you're producing less leptin.
And that is...
Leptin is the hormone that signals fullness.
Oh, so you just keep eating and eating.
Exactly.
So your body's basically sending you all these mixed signals.
Totally. And that sets you up for, like, intense hunger, cravings, and then overeating,
Makes sense.
which is the opposite of what we want.
Yeah, for sure. So I guess breakfast really is the most important meal of the day.
It's more about fueling your body consistently throughout the day. So eating balanced meals and snacks.
Right.
That helps keep your blood sugar stable, prevents those extreme hunger pangs, and it gives you the energy you need.
Okay. All right. Makes sense. So we've busted the myth of skipping breakfast.
We have.
Now let's tackle another big one. Exercise versus diet.
Okay.
Can I just outrun a bad diet?
Ooh, good question.
I'm sure you've heard this one before.
All the time. It's a common misconception.
Hmm.
Well, exercise is super important for your overall health.
Okay.
When it comes to actually losing weight, what you eat plays a way bigger role.
Oh, so you're telling me I can't have that extra slice of cake just because I went for a run?
I hate to break it to you,
Oh, man.
but you can't outrun a bad diet. Think of it this way, right?
Okay.
You might burn 300 calories during an hour-long workout,
Okay.
but you can eat that amount in, like, a few bites of a high-calorie treat.
Oh, wow.
It's easy to undo what...
Be careful about what I'm
Yeah.
eating.
Absolutely. The Journal of Obesity found that nutrition, it's like 70–80% of weight loss success. To lose weight, you need to burn more calories than you take in. That's the bottom line.
Oh, okay.
Exercise can definitely help you burn more calories,
Right.
but it's not the only factor.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I can't just rely on exercise to magically melt away those pounds.
Oh.
I need to combine it with a healthy eating plan. Right.
Exactly. It's a 1-2 punch.
Okay, diet is key, but what kind of diet? The world of fad diets is so overwhelming. Keto, detox, intermittent fasting, like how do I even know where to start?
It's a jungle out there.
Mm-hmm.
Fad diets, they're tempting because they promise these like quick results,
Yeah.
but they're usually super restrictive,
Yeah.
not sustainable,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes even harmful.
Oh, wow.
They might work initially, but you almost always gain the weight back, and sometimes even more.
Oh, no, that's even worse. I've
Yeah.
definitely been there, done that. The initial excitement, then the deprivation, then the cravings.
It's a vicious cycle.
It is. And eventually you just give up
Yeah.
and go back to your old habits.
It happens to the best of us.
Mm.
And these diets often demonize certain foods or entire food groups. That leads to nutrient deficiencies.
Yeah.
And it just messes up your relationship with food. Instead, focus on long-term health and sustainability.
So what's a healthier approach then? What kind of diet should we be aiming for?
The Mediterranean diet.
Okay, I've heard good things about that one.
It consistently ranks high in terms of like health benefits and sustainability.
And I love that it's about like adding in healthy foods instead of restricting
Right.
whole food groups.
Exactly.
The Mediterranean diet actually sounds enjoyable, unlike some of the other ones I've tried. What makes it so effective?
Well, it's not just what you eat. It's a whole lifestyle.
Hmm.
It encourages mindful eating,
Yeah.
enjoying meals with loved ones,
Oh, I like that.
and staying active. It's all about making gradual changes.
Okay, yeah.
Changes you can actually stick with.
So ditch the fad diets and embrace like a balanced approach. Yes.
Got it. And it's not just about what you eat, but how you exercise, right?
Right. We often focus so much on cardio, but strength training is equally important.
Yeah, that's true. I do love my cardio.
Yeah.
But I've been hearing a lot about strength training lately. What makes it so special?
Well, strength training helps build muscle, and muscle burns more calories at rest than fat does.
Oh,
So you're essentially increasing your metabolism.
so more muscle equals a faster metabolism. Sign me up.
Right. It's awesome.
Are there any studies to support this?
Absolutely. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people who combined cardio and strength training lost 27% more fat than those who only did cardio.
Wow, 27%. That's huge. Okay, I'm definitely going to start lifting some weight.
It's a game changer.
All right, so we've got realistic goals, balanced meals, and a good mix of cardio and strength training. What else do we need to avoid those weight loss pitfalls?
Let's talk about liquid calories. They can really sneak up on you. Oh, yeah, good point. I do love my morning smoothies, but I'm starting to think they might be sabotaging my efforts.
Smoothies can be healthy, for sure,
Mm-hmm.
but they can also be loaded with sugar and calories.
Yeah, that's true.
It's all about the ingredients. And it's not just smoothies. Sodas, juices, fancy coffee drinks, they can all add up.
Yeah, totally. I love a good latte, but I never really considered how many calories it might have. How much damage are we talking about here?
The CDC found that the average American consumes, get this, 400 calories per day
What?
from drinks alone.
400 calories? That's crazy.
It's like an extra meal.
Wow, I had no idea. So what can we do to avoid this?
It's all about being mindful of what you drink.
Right.
Water's always the best choice.
Yeah.
But unsweetened tea, black coffee, those are good low-calorie options.
Okay.
And if you do have a smoothie or another sweet drink,
Yeah.
just be mindful of portion sizes and ingredients.
Okay.
Like opt for whole foods,
Mm-hmm.
limit added sugar, and choose unsweetened versions whenever possible.
Great tips. Okay, I'm definitely going to be more mindful of my drinks from now on.
Awesome.
So speaking of things that can sabotage our weight loss goals,
Uh-oh, what's next?
sleep.
Yes.
We all know it's important for our health,
Mm-hmm.
but how does it affect our weight?
Sleep is crucial for regulating our hormones, including the ones that control hunger and metabolism.
Oh, okay.
When we don't get enough sleep,
Yeah.
our bodies produce more ghrelin, the hunger hormone, and less leptin, the fullness hormone.
So lack of sleep actually makes us feel hungrier. That
Yeah.
explains those late night cravings.
Exactly. And when you're sleep deprived,
Yeah.
You're not only more likely to crave unhealthy foods,
Oh, no.
but you're also less likely to feel satisfied after eating.
Oh, so it's like a double whammy.
It is. A 2025 study in sleep health found that folks who consistently sleep less than 6 hours a night, they're 33% more likely to gain weight.
Wow, 33%. That's a pretty compelling reason to prioritize sleep. I'm definitely aiming for 7, 9 hours from now on.
It's one of the best things you can do for yourself, for your health, your weight loss goals, everything. It regulates your hormones, improves your mood, boosts your energy, and it can even help reduce cravings.
Okay, I'm sold. Sleep is key. All right, now let's talk about portion control. I try to eat healthy foods,
Mm-hmm.
but I still struggle with knowing how much is enough.
Right.
Even healthy foods can lead to weight gain if you eat too much.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's not just about what you eat, it's how much you eat.
Yeah, that's true.
Even those healthy snacks like nuts
Yeah.
or avocado, they can add up calorie-wise if you're not paying attention.
It's so easy to just mindlessly munch on almonds while I'm working,
Oh,
and
no.
suddenly the whole bag is gone.
It happens. Mindful eating is key here.
Okay.
It's about being present when you're eating, paying attention to those hunger and fullness cues, and really savoring each bite.
So it's about how I'm eating, not just what I'm eating.
Exactly. There are some tricks that can help with portion control too.
Like what?
Well, for example, using smaller plates.
Smaller plates.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. A study in appetite found that people who use smaller plates ate 22% fewer calories. It's all about visual cues.
Oh, interesting. So like a full plate, even if it's smaller, makes your brain think you're eating more.
Exactly.
That's fascinating. I'm going to try that. But sometimes I think I'm hungry when I'm actually just thirsty. How can I tell the difference?
That's a great point. Dehydration can often mimic hunger signals.
Ugh, yes. I totally get that snacky feeling, and I reach for the chips when all I really need is water.
Staying hydrated is essential for overall health and weight management. Drinking water before meals can actually help you feel fuller so you eat less.
Really?
Yeah.
So water can actually help us eat less.
A study in obesity found that people who drank water before meals reduced their calorie intake by up to 13%. Water helps fill up your stomach,
Oh,
which sends signals to your brain that you're not as hungry.
13%. That's impressive. I'm definitely going to make a conscious effort to drink more water, especially before meals. But even with all these strategies in place, I still get discouraged when I step on the scale.
I hear you. It's easy to get fixated on that number,
It is. And sometimes it feels like a losing battle.
but that number doesn't always tell the whole story.
Hmm.
Your weight can fluctuate for so many reasons.
Like what?
Water retention, hormonal changes, even muscle gain.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
If you're strength training, you might actually gain weight initially as you build muscle.
So you're saying I shouldn't rely solely on the scale to track my progress?
Exactly. A study in the Journal of Body Composition found that 30% of people who focus only on the scale give up on their goals too early. The scale is just one data point.
Hmm.
It doesn't reflect all the positive changes happening in your body.
Okay, that makes sense. So what should I be focusing on instead?
Focus on how you feel.
Oh,
Are you feeling more energetic?
yeah.
Do your clothes fit better?
Yep.
Are you getting stronger during your workouts? Those are all signs of progress.
That's a good point. I'm going to try to shift my focus away from the scale
Good.
and celebrate those non-scale victories.
Love it. You know, another mistake people often make is focusing solely on that number on the scale.
Oh, yeah,
While it can be like tempting to track your progress that way,
for sure.
it can actually be misleading and even discouraging.
I can definitely relate to that. Sometimes it feels like I'm doing everything right, eating healthy, exercising, the whole 9 yards,
Right.
but the scale just won't budge.
It's super
It
frustrating.
is.
But it's important to remember that the scale only tells part of the story.
Okay.
It doesn't reflect changes in body composition,
Like what?
like an increase in muscle mass
Oh.
or a decrease in body fat.
So even if the number on the scale stays the same, I could still be making progress.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You might be losing fat and gaining muscle at the same time, which is a good thing,
Right?
even if it doesn't show up on the scale.
So how can we track our progress in a more meaningful way? If we're not supposed to rely on the scale, what should we be paying attention to?
Instead of obsessing over the number on the scale,
Hey.
try focusing on how you feel.
Okay.
Are you feeling more energetic?
Yeah.
Do your clothes fit better?
Mhm.
Are you getting stronger during your workouts? These are all signs that you're making progress.
That's a great point. I'm definitely going to try to shift my focus away from the scale
Good.
and celebrate those non-scale victories.
Exactly.
It's more about how I feel, not just what the scale says.
Love it.
But even with a positive mindset and, focusing on those non-scale victories, there are still times when those cravings hit hard.
Oh, for sure.
What can we do to kind of like combat those cravings and make healthier choices?
Cravings are totally normal.
Oh, good.
They're a part of life,
Okay.
and they don't have to derail your progress.
Okay.
The key is to manage them in a healthy way.
Okay. How do we do that?
Well, one strategy is to identify your triggers. Do you tend to crave sugary snacks when you're stressed or tired?
Yes.
Once you know your triggers, you can start to develop strategies to cope with them
Oh,
in a healthier way.
that makes a lot of sense. So, like, if I know that I always crave chocolate when I'm stressed,
Right.
I can, like, try going for a walk
Exactly.
or calling a friend instead of reaching for the candy bar.
Exactly. It's about finding healthy alternatives to help you manage those cravings
Right.
without sabotaging your progress.
So it's about being prepared
Mm-hmm.
and having a plan in place.
I love it.
What are some other strategies for dealing with those cravings?
Sometimes simply delaying the gratification can help.
Oh.
Instead of immediately giving in to the craving, tell yourself you'll wait 10 minutes.
Oh.
Often the craving will subside,
Hmm.
or you'll be able to make a more mindful choice.
I love that. Delaying gratification. It's
Yeah.
a classic strategy, but it really does work.
It does.
What about those times when you just have to have a little something sweet?
It's all about balance.
Okay.
Depriving yourself completely can actually backfire and lead to overeating later on.
That's true. I've been there.
If you're craving something sweet,
Yeah.
allow yourself a small portion of a healthier option,
Okay.
like a piece of dark chocolate,
Ooh, good choice.
or a small serving of fruit with a dollop of Greek yogurt.
Okay, so it's not about being perfect.
No.
It's about making healthy choices most of the time
Exactly.
and allowing yourself a little flexibility
Yes.
when those cravings hit.
Exactly. It's about finding a balance that works for you,
Right.
that allows you to enjoy your life
Yeah.
while still making progress towards your goals.
That sounds a lot more sustainable than like completely cutting out all the foods I enjoy.
It is.
Another mistake I think a lot of people make, myself included, is comparing themselves to others.
Yeah.
It's so easy to scroll through social media
Ugh, I know.
and see all these like seemingly perfect bodies
Right.
and just feel totally inadequate.
It's tough.
It is.
Comparison is the thief of joy, as they say.
That's so true.
It's important to remember that everyone's journey is unique.
Right.
What works for one person might not work for another.
Yeah, that's a good reminder. And those picture-perfect images on social media often don't reflect reality.
Oh, absolutely not.
So how can we avoid falling into the comparison trap?
Focus on your own journey
Okay.
and celebrate your own progress.
Right.
Remember why you started this journey in the first place and what you hope to achieve.
Yeah, okay.
And be kind to yourself.
Yeah.
Weight loss is a process. There will be ups and downs along the way.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Don't beat yourself up if you have a setback. Just get back on track
Right.
and keep moving forward.
That's such an important message. Self-compassion is key.
It is.
We're all human. We're all in this together. Speaking of support, I think it's important to have a support system in place.
Oh, definitely.
When you're trying to lose weight,
Yes.
whether it's friends, family, or professional, having people to encourage you and hold you accountable
Yes.
can make a big difference.
Absolutely. Weight loss can be challenging,
Yeah.
and having that support system can make all the difference.
So like finding a workout buddy,
Yes.
joining a support group, or even just talking to a friend or family member about your goals can be helpful.
Exactly. It's about finding what works for you
Right.
and building a network of support to help you stay motivated and accountable.
I love that. We're not meant to do this alone.
We're not.
There's strength in numbers.
Absolutely.
And having a team in your corner can make the journey so much more enjoyable.
I agree.
Okay, so we've talked about the importance of support systems, but what about consistency?
Ah, yes. Consistency.
Is it really all about making those small, consistent changes over time?
Consistency is key when it comes to weight loss.
Okay.
It's not about being perfect every day.
Okay.
It's about making healthy choices most of the time
Mm-hmm.
and getting back on track when you slip up.
That's reassuring. I think sometimes people get discouraged if they have like a cheat day
Right.
or miss a workout and they feel like they've ruined everything.
I know, but it's important to remember that one off day
Yeah.
won't derail your progress.
Okay.
Don't let a slip-up turn into a full-blown relapse.
Yeah.
Just acknowledge it,
Right.
learn from it,
Yeah.
and get back to your healthy habits.
So it's about progress, not perfection.
Exactly.
I love that. But let's be honest, sometimes life gets in the way,
It does.
and it can be hard to stay consistent with those healthy habits.
Yeah, for sure.
What are some tips for staying motivated and on track when those inevitable challenges arise?
One strategy is to set realistic goals
Okay.
and break them down into smaller, more manageable steps.
Right.
Instead of aiming to lose 20 pounds in a month,
Yeah,
focus on losing 1–2 pounds per week.
I like that. Small wins, big results.
Exactly.
It feels less overwhelming
It is.
to think about it that way.
Yeah.
What are some other ways to stay motivated when things get tough?
Find an activity you enjoy
Okay.
and make it a part of your routine.
Right.
If you hate running, don't force yourself to do it.
Okay. Yeah.
Try dancing, swimming, hiking, or anything that gets you moving
Mm-hmm.
and brings you joy.
That's so important. Exercise shouldn't feel like a chore.
It shouldn't.
It should be something you look forward to. And I think it's also important to celebrate those successes along the way.
Absolutely. Recognizing and celebrating your achievements,
Yeah.
no matter how small,
Mm-hmm.
can help you stay motivated and build momentum.
So whether it's hitting a weight loss milestone,
Yes.
fitting into those jeans you haven't worn in years, or simply feeling more energetic,
Right.
it's important to acknowledge and celebrate those wins.
I agree.
Okay, so we've talked about staying motivated and consistent.
But what about those times when we hit a plateau?
Ugh, yes.
It can feel like you're doing everything right,
Right.
but the scale just won't budge.
It's so frustrating.
It is. What's going on there?
Yeah, what can we do about it?
Yeah.
Weight loss plateaus are common,
Okay.
and they can be frustrating,
For sure.
but they're often a sign that your body has adapted
Okay.
to your current routine.
So our bodies get used to our workouts and eating habits.
Yes.
And we need to shake things up a bit.
Precisely. When you hit a plateau, it's a good time to reassess your goals, your diet, and your exercise routine
Okay.
and make some adjustments.
That makes sense. So instead of getting discouraged, we can use a plateau as an opportunity to try new things
Exactly.
and challenge ourselves in new ways.
I love it. What are some specific strategies for breaking through a weight loss plateau?
You could try increasing the intensity or duration of your workouts,
Okay.
adding more strength training to your routine,
Mm-hmm.
or experimenting with different types of exercise.
So it's about keeping our bodies guessing
Exactly.
and preventing them from getting too comfortable with our routine.
Yes.
You can also adjust your calorie intake slightly, making sure you're still eating enough
Yes.
to fuel your body and support your workouts.
It's a balance
Oh, it is.
between challenging your body
Mm-hmm.
and making sure you're giving it the fuel it needs
Yeah, that makes sense.
to perform at its best.
But what about the mental and emotional aspects of weight loss?
Oh, that's huge.
It's not just about the physical changes, right?
It's not.
It's also about how we feel about ourselves.
Absolutely. Weight loss is a journey that involves both physical and mental transformations.
Mm-hmm.
It's about developing a healthier relationship with food,
Okay.
with your body,
Yeah.
and with yourself.
So it's about self-love and acceptance.
Precisely. It's about recognizing your worth
Right.
and treating yourself with kindness and respect,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of your size or shape.
That's such an important message. I think a lot of people struggle with body image and self-esteem,
Oh, absolutely.
and it can be hard to separate those feelings from their weight loss goals.
It's about shifting your focus from wanting to change your body
Okay.
to wanting to take care of it,
I like that.
nourishing it with healthy foods,
Mm-hmm.
moving it in ways that feel good,
Yeah.
and celebrating all the amazing things it can do for you.
I love that. It's about embracing our bodies for
It
what
is.
they are and appreciating them
Yes.
for all they do for us.
I love that.
But let's be honest.
Okay.
There are times when we all feel a little insecure
Mm.
or self-conscious about our bodies.
For sure.
How can we cultivate a more positive body image?
Start by focusing on the things you like about your body,
Okay.
both physically and non-physically.
Right.
Maybe you have strong legs,
Mm-hmm.
beautiful eyes,
Yeah,
or contagious laugh.
I like that.
Celebrate those qualities.
That's a great idea. So instead of focusing on what we don't like,
Right.
we can shift our attention to the things we do like.
Exactly.
What are some other strategies for boosting body image?
Be mindful of the messages you're consuming,
Okay.
both from the media
Mm.
and from the people around you.
Right.
If you're constantly bombarded with images of perfect bodies,
Oh, yeah.
it's easy to feel inadequate.
That's true.
Surround yourself with positive influences
Okay.
that promote body diversity and self-acceptance.
So it's about curating our social media feeds,
Nice.
choosing role models who inspire us,
Mm-hmm.
and surrounding ourselves with people who support and uplift us.
I love it.
But what about those, like, negative thoughts
Right.
that creep into our heads?
We all have them.
We do. Those inner critics that tell us we're not good enough,
Right.
thin enough, or whatever, enough.
That stuff.
How can we quiet those negative voices?
Challenge those negative thoughts.
Okay.
When you catch yourself thinking something negative about your body,
Yeah.
ask yourself if you would say that to a friend.
That's a good point. I would never say those harsh things to a friend.
Right.
So why am I saying them to myself?
It's about treating yourself
Yeah,
with the same kindness and compassion you would offer to someone you love.
I love that. Self-love is the best medicine.
It is.
And speaking of medicine, what about the role of medical professionals in our weight loss journey?
It's always a good idea to consult with your doctor or a registered dietitian
Okay.
before making any major changes to your diet or exercise routine,
Mm-hmm.
especially if you have any underlying health conditions.
So they can help us create a personalized plan
Exactly.
that takes into account our individual needs and goals.
Exactly. They can also provide guidance, support, and accountability.
That makes a lot of sense. It's about working with professionals
Mhm.
who can help us navigate the complexities of weight loss
Yeah.
and ensure we're doing it in a safe and effective way.
It's about creating a team of experts
Yeah.
who are invested in your success
Mm-hmm.
and who can provide you with the tools and support you need to reach your goals.
I love that. We've covered a lot of ground today, from debunking the myth of the perfect body
Mm-hmm.
to the importance of self-love and seeking professional guidance.
Yes.
I'm feeling inspired and empowered. As we wrap up this deep dive into weight loss mistakes,
Mm-hmm.
I'm struck by how much of this journey is really about mindset.
It's true.
You know, not just the mechanics.
It's so easy to get caught up in the how-tos,
Yeah,
the diets, the workouts, the calorie counting,
right.
that we forget about the why and the who.
Exactly. Like, why are we doing this and who are we doing it for?
Such a good point.
It's so easy to get caught up in, like, those external pressures
Yes.
and expectations
Absolutely.
and lose sight of our own values and motivations.
And that's why so many people struggle.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just about changing your habits.
Right.
It's about changing your mindset.
So how can we cultivate a more positive, empowering mindset?
Well, you can start by shifting your focus from punishment to self-care.
Okay.
Instead of viewing weight loss as like a way to punish yourself for past indulgences,
Right.
see it as an act of self-love and respect.
I love that. It's about treating our bodies with kindness
Yes.
and compassion.
Exactly.
Not as, like, adversaries that we need to conquer.
Exactly. It's about nourishing your body with healthy foods,
Yeah.
moving it in ways that feel good,
Mm-hmm.
and celebrating all the amazing things it can do for you.
And it's about recognizing that our worth is not defined by a number on the scale
Absolutely not.
or the size of our genes.
You are worthy of love and respect,
Yes.
regardless of your size or shape.
Such an important reminder. So as we embark on this weight loss journey,
Yes.
let's remember to be kind to ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
celebrate our successes,
Yes.
and focus on building a healthy and sustainable lifestyle
Exactly.
that nourishes our bodies and our souls.
I love that.
And remember, it's a journey,
It is.
not a race.
Absolutely.
There will be ups and downs,
Mm-hmm.
but it's important to keep moving forward,
Yes.
one step at a time.
One step at a time.
And if you stumble, don't beat yourself up about it.
Oh.
Just get back on track.
Exactly.
Get going.
We got this.
I do. And so do you. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into weight loss mistakes to avoid.
Mhm.
We hope you've learned some valuable insights
Yes.
and feel empowered to make smart choices on your own weight loss journey.
Absolutely.
Remember, it's not about perfection.
Nope.
It's about progress.
Progress over perfection.
And every small step you take toward a healthier, happier you
Mm.
is a victory worth celebrating.